Hi guys, it's Eli, and today I'm going to be reading Goosebumps, Welcome to Camp Nightmare, and I'm also going to be recreating the original 1990s book cover for the book. I stared out the dusty window as the camp bus bounced over the narrow, winding road. I could see sloping red hills in the distance beneath a bright yellow sky. Stumpy white trees lined the road like fence posts. We were way out in the wilderness. We hadn't passed a house or a farm for nearly an hour. The bus seats were made of hard blue plastic. When the bus hit a bump, we all bounced up off our seats. Everyone laughed and shouted. The driver kept growling at us, yelling for us to pipe down. There were 22 kids going to camp on the bus. I was sitting in the back row on the aisle, so I could count them all. There were 18 boys and only 4 girls. I guessed that the boys were all going to Camp Night Moon, which is where I was going. The girls were going to a girls' camp nearby. The girls sat together in the front rows and talked quietly to each other. Every once in a while, they'd glance back quickly to check out the boys. The boys were a lot louder than the girls, cracking jokes, laughing, making funny noises, shouting out dumb things. It was a long bus ride, but we were having a good time. The boy next to me was named Mike. He had the window seat. Mike looked a little like a bulldog. He was kind of chubby, with a round face and pudgy arms and legs. He had short, spiky black hair, which he scratched a lot. He was wearing a baggy brown shorts and a sleeveless green t-shirt. We had been sitting together the whole trip, but Mike didn't say much. I figured he was shy, or maybe very nervous. He told me that his first time at sleepaway camp was his first. It was my first time at sleepaway camp too, and I have to admit that, as the bus took me farther and farther from my home, I was already starting to miss my mom and dad, just a little. I'm 12, but I've never really stayed away from home before. Even though the long bus ride was fun, I had this sad kind of feeling, and I think Mike was feeling the same way. He pressed his chubby face against the window glass and stared out at the red hills rolling by in the distance. Are you okay, Mike? I asked. Yeah, sure, Billy, he replied quickly without turning around. I thought about my mom and dad back at the bus station, but they had seemed so serious. I guess they were nervous too, about me going off to camp the first time. We'll write every day, Dad said. Do your best, Mom said, hugging me harder than usual. What a weird thing to say. Why didn't she say have a good time? Why did she say do your best? As you can tell, I'm a bit of a worrier. The only other boys I'd met so far were the 2 in the seat in front of us. One was named Colin. He had long brown hair, down to his collar, and he wore silver sunglasses, so you couldn't see his face. He acted kind of tough, and he wore a red bandana on his forehead. He kept trying and untrying the bandana. Sitting next to him in the seat on the aisle was a big, loud kid named Jay. Jay talked a lot about sports and kept bragging about what a good athlete he was. He liked showing off his big, muscular arms, especially when one of the girls turned around to check us out. Jay teased Colin a lot and kept wrestling with him, gripping Colin's head in a headlock and messing up Colin's bandana. You know, just kidding around.